Seconds turn into minutes. Minutes turn into hours. Hours turn into days. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. Years turn into decades. And before you know it, your life is over. You are 6 feet under. That is how short and precious this life is. This life is super short. And if you are a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, I ask you, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong about the organization? What if paradise doesn't come? They've been speaking about paradise. The governing body leaders of Jehovah's Witnesses have been talking about paradise for well over a century. Closer to a century and a half, actually. That means that this entire time, since this religion started, there have been Jehovah's Witnesses, born and raised, patiently waiting year after year, decade after decade, until they eventually grow old and perish. What kind of a life is that? And if you're wrong about paradise, that means that this is the only life that we have. This is it. This is it. So if we're only granted one life, why would you waste it waiting for a pipe dream of paradise that you know, every Jehovah's Witness knows deep down inside, they know damn well paradise should have been came. Paradise should have been happened. Now, Jehovah's Witness would say, they would argue and say, oh, Jehovah, he's just waiting for his right time. He's waiting for his time to bring on the great tribulation and Armageddon. This is on Jehovah's time. Okay, fair enough. Now, if you were to see someone, one of your loved ones, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger getting attacked, right? Would you just sit by and watch them be attacked? Oh, well, I'll pray about them. I'll pray for them. We'll leave in Jehovah's. No, if you saw a friend or a family member getting attacked, beat up, if they was in a life or death situation, you would help them. So my question to you is, if God, an almighty, powerful being, if God sees that people are struggling, people are in pain, if he sees that Jehovah's Witnesses have been patiently waiting for a paradise, if God knows all things, if he sees all things, why would he allow Jehovah's Witnesses to be born and raised in this organization, knowing that they're waiting for paradise? Why would he allow them to be born and raised, waiting for paradise, and eventually just grow old and die, and they don't see paradise? Is that a loving God? Does that sound like a loving God to you? So when Jehovah's Witnesses say, oh, Jehovah, he's going to bring paradise in his own due time, why would he just sit back and allow good-hearted people struggle, suffer, and wait for paradise, when in reality, they're just waiting to grow old and eventually die? Because that has been going on since the beginning of this religion. Remember, they've been speaking about paradise, the end times, well, it's right around the corner. They've been saying this for 150 years, close to 150 years. My mom, she joined the religion. She joined the Jehovah's Witnesses in her 20s, her mid-20s. She is now in her early 60s. So that's about 40 years of her life devoted. My mom is a devout Jehovah's Witness. She has given 40 years to this organization. She's in her 60s. If paradise doesn't come in the next 40 years, my mom is not going to be here. And this is what I'm talking about. I wish every Jehovah's Witness focus on that. The fact that, like I said in the beginning of this video, seconds turn into minutes, minutes turn into hours, hours turn into days, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years, years turn into decades. Before you know it, your life is gone. So Jehovah's Witnesses, if you're wrong, and we ex-witnesses, there's a lot of ex-witnesses who we obviously we've done our research, we discovered the truth about the truth. We discovered that this religion is a front. It's a publishing company disguised as a religion. It's a money-making organization. And all this new light, this new doctrines, deep down inside, Every Jehovah's Witness knows that this is not making sense. Every Jehovah's Witness knows that this organization is nothing like the Jehovah's Witness organization back in the 90s and 80s. This is a complete different religion. And I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Well, I don't know about everything, but most things happen for a reason, right? Now, when I woke up, the universe said to me, Jerron, I'm going to show you that this is not the truth. I'm going to prove to you that this is not the truth, right? The universe sent me the most coldest, unloving elder. An elder that was so eager to abuse his power. And when that happened, when I saw that an elder could be corrupt, I started to do my research. And eventually I woke up. I had to swallow my pride. Even though I was born and raised in this religion, I always believed growing up that this was the truth. I am now 38 years old. I was born and raised in this religion. People were telling me, oh, don't worry about high school. when I was a little kid, people were telling me, oh, you're not going to make it to high school. You're not going to see high school. We're going to be in paradise by then. And I'm going to be 39 in January. When I did my research, I had to swallow my pride. Because no one wants to come to realize, no one wants to come to the conclusion that what they believed in with all their heart and soul, that their upbringing was all a lie. No one wants to come to that conclusion. But it is what it is. It is what it is, right? And Jehovah's Witnesses, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, they remain in the organization, even though they may have doubts, they may have concerns. They remain in the organization for the community. You guys should be familiar with that saying. Anything that comes easy won't last. And anything that lasts won't come easy. Now, when you try to be when Bible studies are interested in becoming a witness, right? What happens? They go to the meetings and they get love bombed. Oh, keep coming. We love to see you. Yo, keep coming. It's good to see you. They get love bombed. They get trapped. And that's how that's how most people join this religion, by the love bombing, right? But like I said, anything that comes easy won't last. And anything that lasts won't come easy. So what happens when you try to leave the Jehovah's Witnesses? What happens when you express doubts? I don't know. I don't know if this is the truth anymore. I'm starting to have doubts about this religion. What happens to your community? People will start to shun you, block you, unfriend you. People will ostracize you just for you expressing sincere doubts about this religion. So a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses would stay, they would remain witnesses because of the community. But like I said, anything that lasts won't come easy. Anything that lasts won't come easy, right? And anything that's easy won't last. So the fact that it's so easy to join the witnesses, they love bomb you, and it's so easy for them to shun you when you express doubts. That should tell you that the community that the community that you want to remain in, it's not real. It's all superficial. There's 8-9 million Jehovah's Witnesses, but there's 8-9 billion people in this world. And I promise you, I'm living proof. I am living proof that you can leave the Jehovah's Witnesses and you can find a better community. You can find real friends. Real agape love, as they say in the Jehovah's Witness world, right? But Jehovah's Witnesses, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong and you grow old and you eventually pass away? And sad to say, that is the reality. That is the reality. That's what's going to happen with most witnesses. Most witnesses will never do the research because most witnesses truly believe that this is the truth. And it pains me, actually. It pains me from the bottom of my heart that most Jehovah's Witnesses will die and they will never discover the real truth about the truth. This life that we have is way too short to be trapped in a man-made organization that doesn't allow you to freely express yourself, that doesn't allow you to be your true self, your true authentic self. That organization robs you from that. It robs you from anything authentic, anything real, anything genuine. So, Jehovah's Witnesses, what if you're wrong? What if this is the only life that we have? And this whole time, you're preparing for the meetings, going to the meetings, going out in service, personal study. Everything is for this organization. What are you doing for yourself? I'm tired of hearing stories of people, of Jehovah's Witnesses, sacrificing careers, things that they want to do. Sacrificing relationships just because the person that they really want to be with is not a Jehovah's Witness. Who cares? Most people live to see what? Well, people pass away these days in what, 80s, 90s? So that means that middle age is roughly around the age of 45, right? You see how short life is? And a lot of times people are prideful. A lot of times people don't want to admit that, damn, I wasted 20, 30, 40, 50 years. People don't want to admit that. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with starting over. There's nothing wrong with a new beginning, a new chapter, or starting late. Better late than never, right? And before I end this video, Jehovah's Witnesses, keep this in mind. Your leaders, the governing body leaders, will say that, oh, you guys have the truth. We have the truth. But if you guys have the truth, why are you discouraged from looking at outside material? Why are you discouraged from studying other religions? If Jehovah's Witnesses really had the truth, right? The governing body leaders would be encouraging Jehovah's Witnesses to do their research. The governing body leaders would be encouraging Jehovah's Witnesses to study different religions. And they would say, oh, you know what? We encourage you guys to be open-minded because we know we have the truth. So you could look at other religions, do your research outside of the witness world, because we know that you're going to come back to the conclusion that you have the truth. But the fact that the governing body leaders discourage people from doing the research is a clear indication that they're hiding something. Because they know damn well that the minute that Jehovah's Witnesses start to do their research online outside of jw.org, they know that people are going to wake up. Just like I have, just like thousands. Every year, thousands upon thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses start to do the research and wake up. Because things are not adding up. This is a sign. If you're a Jehovah's Witness that's having doubts, this is a sign that you need to continue to do your research on this religion. Because if you're wrong, you would want to wake up from this religion and live the rest of your life as a free individual and not a slave to the organization. Like I said, this life is way too short. Life is way too precious. Every second, when I woke up from this religion, I went from believing that I was going to live forever in paradise, right? To realizing that, oh, damn, one day I'm going to die. And it made me cherish life. It made me cherish and appreciate every second, minute, hour, day, week, year that passes. Because life is way too short. Way too short. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.